Like we always do at this time, I go for mine, I get to shine. Now throw your hands up in the sky.
Well, my name is Tommy Ford. I am an actor and director and producer and doing so many exciting things, and I'm excited about being a part of the WAC program because I'm excited about organizations who care about young people, have a great passion and love for young people. So I spend a lot of time on not performing or working, a lot of time empowering youth. So that's why the WAC program was important to me to be a part of.
And in looking at your website, I saw actor, producer, director, youth activist, and author. If you could elaborate a bit more on a couple of things that you have going on in addition to your activism with youth.
Well, there's so many wonderful things I have going on. I write children's books on character education, traveling all over the country and the Caribbean islands, motivating young people that they're beautiful and they're powerful and they're valuable and worthwhile. I think it's so important that young people understand that so often they say, well, we see you on television 3, 4, 5 times a day, every single day, so you know you got it made. I say, well, I'm from South Central LA, baby. I'm from the ghetto, just like you. My biological father was in prison most of my life. So I was not born with silver spoon in my mouth. I was born poor. I was born like many of these young people who were told you're going to be just like your dad. You're going to be a nothing. You're going to be an addict. You're going to be an alcoholic. You're going to be a gangster. You're going to be all those things. So it's so important to let young folk know that I'm a product of the ghetto just like you. And even though you've been told you are nothing and you will never become anything, does not mean that you have to receive that and accept that. That I have the right, I have the privilege, I have the power to change many of those horrible things that folk have spoken into my life and our lives, even though they may have said it verbally, that the expectations of a young black man in the ghetto are not very high. So I get excited about being able to say to them, okay, how you like it now? Yes. So to be able to share that testimony with young people is empowering, not only to them, but to me as well, because it kind of outlines what I believe our purpose is.
Right. And you touched on a very important factor about the role and the presence of a man within the WAC program. There's also becoming a young man component where men come in and mentor young men. What do you think is the importance of black and brown youth being able to have some sort of male figure in their life? So you, as a black man who's made it, who's come from those eras and moved on to other bigger and better things, like how important do you feel it is for men to reach out to young boys for mentorship?
I remember the song, Papa was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his hat was his home, and when he died all he left me was alone. And it's so important because it means so many things, and I think a lot of folk kind of overlook how powerful that is, because what Papa left me has everything to do with who I am. The Bible says that I ought to leave an inheritance for my children's children. So whatever that loan is either he left me alone, A-L-O-N-E, which is by myself, where I have to fend for myself and define manhood for myself and define cool for myself and mistakes for myself. But there's also a loan, L-O-A-N, which means that his reputation has been loaned to me, and I have a right to cash in on that loan, or I have a right to deny that loan. In the instance of in our life and many lives of many young men, so often we buy into that loan that Papa has left behind, which is a reputation of being irresponsible, a reputation of not working hard and not being committed. So it is so very important that young men have mentors who leave them an inheritance, and that inheritance does not always mean money, does not always mean an endowment, does not always mean that there is a bag of treasure waiting for me, but the relationship of manhood is treasured. It's power. My mom remarried to a real man who taught me how to be a man, who taught me the importance of being responsible. And that was the inheritance that he left me, that is richer than most folk who blow the tons of money that has been handed down from generation to generation. So I believe that the power that man has in the life of that young boy has everything to do with how that boy becomes a man. That loan, that treasure, that endowment that is left to him, especially if it is positivity and productivity and love and affection and education and intellect, and knowing that as men, that my definition of manhood is not defined by a rap video or defined by how high I jump or how fast I run or how many women I can get their phone numbers, but that doesn't define my manhood. And my manhood is defined by the word responsibility, which simply means I have the ability to respond intelligently, morally, and spiritually.
I could sit here and ask you questions all day.
I could probably answer them all.
It's so great to hear you speak, and thank you so much for taking this time. I guess, just for the viewers, what's next for Tommy Ford? I know you were working on a play for some time. Like, what else do you have coming up?
There's so many amazing things. I've been in Atlanta since June, directing all kind of wonderful projects. I have directly produced a new series called Boulevard West. That is going to be both a webisode series as well as television and film. Wonderful cast: Demetria McKinney, who plays on House of Pain, and nephew Tommy, and Terry J. Vaughn from Steve Harvey Show, and Sharma Lee from Girlfriend, and Angie Stone, and so just a really, really wonderful cast and a really wonderful show. You can go to boulevardwest.com and do some research on that. Another film called Ancestors, a few reality shows, one called Healing 100 Hearts in 100 Days. I partnered with a psychotherapist by the name of Jack Daniels, believe it or not. That's intoxicating, isn't it? Nice. And we take 100 women, 100 with broken hearts, and for 100 days we're working on healing their broken hearts in 100 days. And go to 100 Hearts, number 100hearts.net. Find out about that. Doing another reality show called Comedy Camp, about 6 overweight comics stuck in the house and they have to lose weight. Oh, wow. And that's a lot of fun, but it's also very empowering as well, because health is so important in our community. And so I just been busy. So many awesome things. I can't even remember all of them right now, but a lot of really wonderful things are happening. Probably shot about 5 films in the last several months as well, that I not only work behind the camera, I'm in front of the camera as well. Just been staying busy.
Awesome.
What's up, dog? This is Tommy Ford, and you are watching The Real on AMS TV.
Like we always do at this time, I go for mine. I get to shine. Now throw your hands up in the sky.